Nice to be with us today.
Wonderful crowd. I mean, we are very excited. Just came from the airport, but I think the energy which is in the room just makes us keep going on and on. My name is Ravi Ranjan. I work with NASSCOM 10,000 Startups, and I look after East India, primarily based out of Kolkata, but working along with multiple states in East and Northeast India. For the last 2 years, we have been working with a lot of startups coming out from West Bengal, Jharkhand. Some of them are from Bihar, Orissa, Assam, and some other states. So in next 30 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes, we are going to talk about innovation. We are going to talk about success stories which come from East India, and we are going to talk about some very key aspect of how to start a venture which will, become a profitable center from day one. How do you bootstrap, without spending a lot of money at an early stage? How do you take your startup journey from idea to prototype, and then you take it to a stage where your revenues are coming on a regular basis? So, I think formally, before announcing starting the panel discussion, very quickly, I would like to understand from the audience, how many of you are doing a startup, or you have a startup right now? If you can just raise your hands. Wow, I've never been so excited looking at so many hands. Wonderful. Can we have a big round of applause for all of you? Thank you so much. How many of you who are doing a startup, you have a tech startup, a technology venture, a product company? One, I see. Oh, I see a lot of hands. And how many of you, that's wonderful. How many of you are into services model, wherein you have a brick and mortar solution? How many of you have a food venture? Anyone? Wow. Look at this side, that's a wonderful. How many of you have education ventures? Educational. Here we go. Wonderful. I think that's going to be a really interesting and interactive session. I would request all the panelists to introduce themselves very quickly, talk about their venture, what are they doing, and also share their journey of a startup, of an entrepreneur, and then we'll go into the formal discussion. So I would request Sagar Daryani, founder Wow Momo, to start with his introduction, share an amazing story which almost every entrepreneur and aspiring entrepreneur in East India just swear by and discuss. Sagar.
Thank you, Ravi. Good afternoon, everyone. When my friend Vinod and me started Wow Momo 8 years back with an investment of only rupees 30,000, borrowed money from my dad, made a small 6x6 flex colorful kiosk inside Spencer's in Calcutta. Didn't have the money to spend more than that, so whatever money we could borrow and we could save from our pocket money, started from that. Bootstrapped, plowed back profits. The first store led to did really well. We were doing an average sale of 2,000 rupees a day. Never had money to print leaflets, so I would walk up to every customer with a piece of momo and make him or her taste that piece of momo, and we were confident that एक बार हमारा momo खाएगा तो आके will become ours forever. We were confident about our product quality. Wanted to build a brand, admired brands like Domino's, KFC. So if people think of pizza, they think of Domino's. We said that people have to think about momo, they should think of Wow Momo. So that was our vision. I totally remember on the very first day I could visualize a Wow Momo outlet in one of the best malls of the country, serving momos just like how a Subway or a Domino's or KFC would serve to the other customers, a proper QSR brand. And by God's grace, we've been able to achieve it at the moment. So we bootstrapped, like I said, plowed back profits. When you're a startup, 1 rupee saved is like 5 rupees earned. So you have to keep that in mind. We opened 1 store, saved money, opened another store. With 2 stores, saved money, opened 4, with 4, opened 6, and that's how we grew. Reached a turnover of 19 crores last year without any equity funding, took a bit of debt. Business had good, strong cash flows. Then we went for a first round of equity funding. Got a 100 crore valuation from the Indian Angel Network, one of the best valuations in the F&B space, raised around 10 crores. We were at that time at a run rate of 2 crores a month. The last 1 year has been very challenging, exciting, colorful. Since then, we've literally doubled. We are currently at a run rate of 4.2 crores a month. We were at 43 stores then, now we are at 91 stores across 8 cities. We were at 4 cities then, now we are at 8 cities. So I think what was important for us that we realized that we have a good model, a good business model, But I think we delayed our fundraising process because we wanted to have the right kind of bandwidth to expand and raise money. When you're doing well, raising money will not be tough. People will come forward, they'll give you money. But we are not here to raise money. We are not here just to be called startup because it sounds very flashy. We are here because we want to add value. We want to create a property, create a brand which, just like Domino's and KFC have come from abroad to India, we want to be an Indian brand going abroad. That's our vision. And I think that's what lays strong foundation for startups. So I think we were very clear in our thought process, and I think the journey has been excellent. We literally played with momos. Product innovation has been one of our biggest keys. I think as we go ahead in our topic, talk about product innovations, and that's the intro for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sagar. So I think a wonderful, inspiring story. 30,000 rupees, one small chaos, and today building up a great food brand from India. So I'm sure all of us, love food and primarily Indian food. But one major challenge which we have seen with Indian food brands is that scaling up a brand from a particular city to different cities or multiple cities is a challenge. The way QSR brands such as Wow Momo, Domino's or Pizza Hut are doing, you get the same exact taste, the same quality in multiple cities. So I think food automation has huge opportunity, and startups such as Wow Momo are playing a very, very vital role. Coming to our next speaker, before I introduce him, I need to ask you guys a question, guys and girls in the audience. Do we have any student in the audience today? Anyone who is still a student? A lot of you are students, right? So our next entrepreneur is a final year student who turned an entrepreneur in his final year of education at age of 21-year-old. When all his friends, his classmates were struggling for placement, he was building up an enterprise which can connect students from India with mentors and professional experts from Ivy League universities from US, so that these students can get professional support while they are preparing for their higher education, going out from India to US. I've introduced you a lot, but you still need to do some judgment to that and just share your experience of how you started your venture from college, and what is the experience now when you are going to the same college, having people for your team and building up a great global venture.
Thank you so much, Ravi. So when I started back in the year 2011, startups weren't a sexy term. Right now, everyone किसी को भी startup बोल दो, everyone gets excited कि हाँ ये तो बहुत अच्छा चीज़ है, बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हो. But back in 2011, it was just a small business. कोई बोलता था कि हम 2011. So I started with something pretty small. I wanted to get some extra pocket money, and also I started this thing known as